Hello YouTube, my name is Victor, but today this isn't an ordinary Russian video game comrade episode. Today I want to announce a video game that I'm making with a team of international developers.
As you could see in this teaser, it's a point-and-click FMV adventure game. And yes, for now it's PC only. And also, this is a game straight from the 90s. Not only visually, but technically too. This is a first-generation Pentium, 166 MHz, with 16 MB of RAM and a 1 MB video card. Everything I'll be showing today will be running on that exact hardware. I'll tell you everything I can about the project so far. But first, let's watch a short historical intro.
Sit back, enjoy, and get ready to experience all the madness and bravery we've poured into our video game.
In 1995, the American company Race released the world-famous MS-DOS adventure game, Aerogam Satnap. The game was released on a whopping 7 CDs, since all the characters were fully filmed in live-action video and integrated directly into the gameplay. There's hardly a need to explain just how monumental this work, written by Atrebora Smaliu, turned out to be, or how many imitators it spawned over the following decade. But here's what many people don't know. Back in 1995, the team behind the filming and programming of Aerogam Satnap didn't particularly like their project lead, Atrebora. They feared they might get cheated out of their pay. The project seemed too ambitious, and the amount of money being poured into it felt like it could never be recouped. To make matters worse, Atrebora would often throw extravagant parties using the company's budget instead of paying the team on time, though reportedly, everyone did eventually get paid. Fearing a sudden fallout with the leadership and the potential of being left with unpaid wages, the team quietly created a fallback plan. They used the same expensive equipment at night to begin work on a second game, one they could release independently to cover any potential losses, all without Atrebora's knowledge. In the end, Aerogam Satnap was successfully completed and released. The result exceeded all expectations, and Race paid off all its debts to the staff in full. The backup project, however, was shelved and forgotten. But something incredible happened. It turns out, programmer Good Leflo not only preserved the original materials, he actually compiled a playable prototype back in '95 and even sent a copy to Russia, to the country's most well-known video game piracy company at the time, Sugraf, presumably hoping to earn some money abroad without clashing with US management. Once Sugraf realized the project had been cancelled and that there would never be an official Western release, they began trying to finish the game themselves and even started translating it into Russian. But then came 1998 money crisis in Russia, and well, you can imagine the project fell apart. Fast forward to today. One of Sugraf's former employees recently found the disc sent from the US. Along with the translation notes and unfinished materials, he shared everything with the indie developer Irreal Cube Studios. Releasing an incomplete and unpolished version of such a discovery would be pointless, of course. That's why Irreal Cube Studios has committed to finishing the game and releasing it in the form the original creators had envisioned in both Russian and English.
I hope you realize those whole Sugraf and Race stuff was just a narrative joke. But how to make a 90s style FMV video game without one, right?
So, the game is called Mr. Ashfish's Distant Rehab. It's a humorous noir FMV quest for personal computers, and I'm sure, knowing my channel, you already understand that simply making a game wouldn't be enough for me. We're not just making an FMV quest. We're making one that will run on actual retro hardware, including Windows 95, 98, XP, and DOS.
Yes, you've heard it correctly. A game from 2025 that will run on a first-gen Pentium with MS-DOS. Of course, there also will be a modern PC version on Steam.
For those who don't know what an FMV adventure game is, I'll explain. It's a point-and-click game with pre-rendered 3D backgrounds and live-action filmed actors as characters. Back in the 90s, many famous companies made these: Sierra, Access Software, Take-Two, and many more. My personal favorites were Phantasmagoria and Gabriel Knight 2 by Sierra. These are the games that inspired my own project on a technical and stylistic level.
As for the content and narrative,
I'm a huge fan of adventure games, both Russian and international ones, and I promise you'll find plenty of familiar scenarios, narrative twists, and childhood references. I've played a massive number of classic adventures, and that love runs through this project. To show I'm not just talking the talk, let me show you a bit of actual gameplay. I'll say up front, the demo is finished and available to download today on our website. The link is in the description, and also on Steam. Naturally, the Steam demo is for modern Windows 10 and 11 PCs. If you've got a retro computer and want to try it there, download the ISO image from our site, burn it to a CD, and enjoy a true retro experience.
And if you will be playing demo on Steam, please add the game to your wishlist. This is free, but really helps with visibility on the platform. Thank you in advance.
The story of Mr. Ashfish's Distant Rehab takes place in the USA in 1988. You play as John Dog, a former police officer turned private detective. A few years back, Detective Dog's partner was killed on a case. John blames himself and seeks answers at the bottom of a bottle, which of course he doesn't find. The woman who rents out the office to him is deeply worried and urges him to pull himself together and check into a rehab to get help. That's where the player takes over. The full version of the game will take place inside the rehab itself, where you'll encounter secrets, murders, silly jokes, and the mysterious Mr. Ashfish. The demo is fairly short. It's more of a proof of concept, as they say. With it, we want to show you, our players, that Mr. Ashfish's Distant Rehab is not some vague dream or abstract concept. It's a real working product. It's been in development for over a year now. It has its own custom engine that runs on both retro and modern hardware. It has a written story, a charismatic main character, and an entire fictional universe you'll be able to explore, even if just briefly for now. I won't spoil everything in the video, so you can experience it for yourself.
We've launched a crowdfunding company for the game in Russia, but unfortunately you guys from the West can't participate in it. And once again, unfortunately, I can't start a crowdfunding company on Kickstarter.
If you like the demo, the best you can do to support the development of the game is to add it to your wishlist on Steam. So please do it, as it really helps to spread the word. Additionally, you can support me on the Russian Video Game Comrade Patreon page if you're willing to help financially as an option. I'll post the updates on the game development there too. So please, try the demo and share your impressions in the comments section below. I hope you'll like it.
Thank you for watching and have a nice day!